Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Youngmaster3, and I'm back with another video. And this is going to be an update video in the middle of the horror month or whatever. So most of these movies that I'm going to show you that I've bought recently are basically horror movies. So there's like maybe 5 or 6 titles which aren't really horror related, but yeah, most of these movies are horror, so yeah, let's begin right away with the ones that aren't horror. First off, we got King of New York. This is an Arrow release. This is with Christopher Walken and the director of... well, it is directed by Abel Ferrara. Sorry, I probably butchered that name, but he was the guy who directed Driller Killer, so yeah. King of New York. Some sort of gangster movie, I guess. And then we have another Arrow release of a Japanese movie from the 80s. And I always love Arrow because they have really cool artworks, mostly. And the movie is Satoichi. Satoichi the Blind Swordsman. I think this was part of a series or whatever. I don't really remember any of the other parts in the series, but this is the one which brought much attention to me, or most attention to me. So yeah, Satoichi the Blind Swordsman. And then we have a crime thriller movie with Jason Patrick and Jennifer Jason Leigh called Rush. And just before I continue with the update, there might be some movies in this update which I've already shown you in my previous update videos, but these are the ones which I don't really remember if I've shown you or not. So yeah, Rush with Jason Patrick and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Yeah. And the last movie for the non-horror related stuff is a women in prison movie with let's see here. It's with I think Sybil Danning is in this. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is directed by the same guy who did Hell Night. I can be so wrong about that, but what the hell, the movie is called Reform Schoolgirls. Some, women in prison movie. They are hit or miss, I guess. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 of them. 2 of them starring Linda Blair, so yeah, but this one is seems to be really cool and entertaining, so yeah, Reform Schoolgirls, sorry, yeah. And sorry for the glare if it's any hard to see in the camera, but I'm doing my best right now. And now we go to the horror movies, and it's quite many, so I'm just gonna speed up a little bit. First up, we have an older snap case or whatever of movie called Queen of the Damned. I'm not sure if this is part of a series or not. I think some people say that this is a great ending to the series and this is a good sequel to the series, and I don't really know what series they're talking about. So yeah, if you know any of these, or if it's bullshit or if it's something else, please let me know. This is with Elijah, who passed away in 2002. I think she died in a plane crash or something. But yeah, this is really cool to have this older snap case. You can see here, I'm not really sure, but oh my god, there's some other stuff in here like that. It took me forever to figure out how to close and open the snap case. I was just really afraid that I was going to destroy it, so yeah, silly, I know. And then we have a Japanese horror movie. It's probably some ghost movie or whatever. They're most known for the ghost movies in Asia, sorry. My English is just really bad at the moment, so yeah. The movie is called Premonition. I love this cover. It looks really melancholic and depressing and dark. So yeah, Premonition. The next movie, I'm not sure if it's a horror movie or not, but it seems to have horror elements in it, so I decided to pick it up. So yeah, The Killing Club. Sorry for the fucking glare, but yeah, this is the best I can do for the moment, so yeah, Killing Club. Now I'm going to speed up a little bit. Then we have a movie from 2001, I guess. I can be so wrong about that, but the movie is simply called Cut. And this also has Molly Ringwald in it, so that was one of the biggest reasons why I picked it up, because it had a quite interesting and weird mix of cast, a weird mixed cast. So yeah, whatever. Cut some early slasher movie from the early 2000s slasher movie. And then we have a movie which I've seen like once before on TV, but this was like ages ago. Sadly, I haven't seen the original, but I do have the original in my collection, so I might have to check it out for this Halloween or horror month. So yeah, When a Stranger Calls, I thought it was okay. Decided to pick it up. It was quite cheap where I bought it. So yeah, When a Stranger Calls. And then like you probably heard before, I mentioned Linda Blair. Linda Blair is in this movie along with Ned Beatty, can never pronounce his name. He was in the Deliverance, and Leslie Nielsen in some sort of horror comedy spoof called Repossessed. This is part of the Lost collection, the best movies you totally forgot about. Not sure if it's going to be good or bad, but yeah, it's Linda Blair in it, and it's an interesting cast, so that's the reason why I picked it up. Now I'm starting to see how long I've been talking right now. Oh my god, almost 6 minutes. Now we have the next movie. It's directed by John Fasano, who also did Rock and Roll Nightmare and what's it called? Rock and Roll Nightmare and Black Roses, I believe it's called. And this artwork totally just sold the movie for me. I know you're not going to judge the movie by its cover, but this cover art looks really amazing and really cool. So yeah, it was one of the biggest reasons why I picked it up. And the movie is called The Jitters. Just look at that cover art. Really cool, in my opinion. Yeah, The Jitters. Jitters, not Ritters. Jitters. And then we have some, I think some cheap, low-budget Italian production by the same director of Burial Ground, or Burial Grounds, or whatever that movie's called. And I think even Jess Franco's involved with this project, or this movie. And the movie is called Angel of Death. And this cover art is really cool as well. So yeah. And then a movie which I might have shown you in some of my previous videos, but I don't care. I just showed it right away now as well, because I don't remember if I have shown it or not. And from what I know, this is quite hard to come across these days. And the movie is called Bloodbath at the House of Death, with Vincent Price. Yeah, he's like on the back here if you can see that, but yeah, whatever. And then we have a double feature, an Anchor Bay release of 2 movies, one of which I already had, but this one, I bought this double pack just because of one movie in here, and the movies are The Pit and Hellgate. This double pack was bought by me just because I wanted to get The Pit, because that movie seems to be quite hard to come across, so yeah. And then we have another like super rare movie from what I remember, or from what I've heard, and I had to pay quite much for it, but what the hell, you almost never see this in like anywhere for a decent price, but whatever. The movie is called The Woman in Black from the 80s. Yeah, some British horror movie right there. And then we have a movie, like a giallo movie, Lamberts Delirium. I think this is from the 80s as well. And some trashy movie from the 70s. Okay, I don't know if it's trashy, but I've only heard bad things about it, but I'm still interested to see it because Linnea Quigley is in this, like in an early role. And the movie is called Don't Go Near the Park. Released by, let's see here, is it Dark Sky Films. I thought it was Synapse, but whatever. Then we have a David Cronenberg movie called Shivers. I think most of you have already known about that movie. And then finally I picked up Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, which seems to be quite hard to come across as well. So now I finally have both of them, Return of the Killer Tomatoes and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. So yeah, whatever. Now we have to speed up because I've talked way too long right now. And then a movie, 70s movie called Dogs. Heard some mixed things about it, so yeah. And then we have a movie with Mia Farrow from the 70s called See No Evil. I did watch the so-called remake and I thought it was a piece of shit, but yeah, that's just my opinion. And then finally, this is the last movie for this update. It's released by the German, I think this is a German company called Dragon, the same company who brought us movies such as The Mutilator and I can't remember anyone else by now, but the movie is called Death Night. This is also known as Pledge Night from the early 90s, so yeah, some slasher type deal, so yeah, I decided to pick it up. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and you get bored, and I hope to see you again as soon as possible, so see you next time. Bye bye.